What's up, everybody? Watt007 here, and welcome back to a brand new Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links video. And in today's Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links video, I'm going to be taking a look at the upcoming main box for Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links called Shark Fang. This box is set to release on November 8th, and I can't wait to take a look at this box because this is going to be Shark's box. So we're going to get Shark Drake, and we're going to take a look at all the other cards in this box. Now, I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to be popping with this box, and I hope you guys are too. If you guys are excited for today's box review video, you know what to do. Leave a like in the video, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new for more Duel Links content. I plan to do a pack opening when this box comes out. And yeah, let's just get into today's review on the UR and SR cards. I'm not going to take a look at the rare and normal cards in today's video. I might consider doing a live stream on that, so seriously subscribe to the channel if you want to see my reaction to the normal and rare cards. But we're going to take a look at the UR and SR cards and see what heat Konami's going to be bringing to us, even though this is a water themed box. Still, you know what I'm saying, boys. Let's get into it. As always, though, I got to give a big shout out to the YouTube members at the Chaos Dragon Levianeer tier and above. Thank you so much to Hazrig and Hope Decrease for being members at the Levianeer tier, and thank you so much to Mr. Caleb 1354 and HFA Recon for being members at the Misty Treadwell OnlyFans tier. You guys are amazing. Thank you for being the backbone on this channel, and if you guys want to shout out at the beginning of my videos, become a Chaos Dragon Levianeer member today. Other than that, though, let's get into today's review on Shark Fang. Bro, would you look at that? Would you look at that? I can't believe Stratos is finally coming into Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. This card got printed, dude. Let's go. Well, we won't talk about Stratos just yet. We're gonna take a look at your boy number 32 Shark Drake, and I'm just gonna do a quick rundown on this card because we do already have this card in the game thanks to Shark being a lockable in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. But still, this is a awesome generic rank 4 monster. It does take 3 level 4 monsters to summon into Shark Drake, but this card's super cool because it has 2800 attack, 2100 defense. Once per turn, when this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, you can send one of its XYZ materials to the from the card to the graveyard, and then special summon that monster you just destroyed in attack position, and then this card makes it lose 1000 attack. And if you summon it this way, this card can make a second attack during the battle phase. So you kill a monster, you summon it back through its ability, and then kill it again to deal some massive damage. And this could potentially trigger some OTKs depending on how weak that monster is. Very deadly card. Very cool to see that this card is getting added in the box very soon. I'm very curious to see how OTK friendly this card's going to be. I'm really looking forward to experimenting with this card, and I really want to make a Shark Drake video for you guys. So if I get off my lazy butt and actually record some content for you guys, look out for that, because I'll be honest, I know, guys, I know I've been very lazy when it comes to content recently. I'm sorry about it, but you know, I've been very busy. Okay, I've been very busy, but still super cool card to take a look at right here. Let's go move on to the next UR. But yeah, Shark Drake, awesome to see. Now, I don't know what the heck this is right here. What the heck is this XYZ Monster? Let's go take a look at this because I've never seen this card before. This card is called number 37 Hope Woven Dragon Spider Shark. This is a water rank 4 Sea Serpent XYZ monster, so it takes 2 level 4 water monsters, so it's not a completely generic XYZ monster, but still, water monsters do a really good job of spamming themselves out on the field. So while you won't be able to put this in every single deck, water decks can still pop off with this. This card states when any player's monster declares an attack, you can detach 1 XYZ material from this card. All monsters your opponent currently controls lose 1000 attack until the end of this turn. When this card is destroyed by battle or card effect and sent to the graveyard, you can target 1 other monster in your graveyard and special summon it. You only can use each effect of this card once per turn. This card has 2600 attack and 2100 defense, and man, this is a very powerful card right here. So during either player's turn, you can trigger this card's ability. So if you want to go on the aggro and basically lower all your opponent's monsters, you can do that. You can just detach an XYZ material from this card and make every monster on your opponent's side of the field lose 1000 attack. Or if your opponent's going to try to attack into you, you can be like, I'm going to trigger my ability and make you lose 1000 attack. It's basically a wall of disruption, but in a monster, which is just insane to think about. That's awesome right there. This card is genuinely really good. It's probably a good thing that it's not a completely generic rank 4 monster, but be careful if you go against a Shark or a Mako in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links and they have a spicy extra deck, because this card right here is going to be very annoying to deal with, that's for sure. I like this card. I think this card's really cool. Next up, we're going to take a look at this card called Evil Swarm Baumont. I've never seen this card before. I mean, most of the cards we're going to take a look at in today's video I've never seen before, so if my first impressions are a little wacky, that's why. But anyways, though, this card right here is a rank 4 Dragon XYZ effect monster. It takes 2 level Swarm monsters. Once per turn, you can detach an XYZ material from this card to target 1 face-up monster opponent controls. Discard a Swarm monster, and if you do, take control of the opponent's monster. Ooh, now it's a little bit of a cost to do it, but dang, that's a good effect though. Like, it's actually, see, here's the thing, it takes a little bit to get the effect going, but still, It's a pretty neat way. It's a pretty slick way to yoink your opponent's monsters. And it doesn't even target. You just take control of it. Oh, no, it is a target effect. Never mind. So the card is immune from target effects. You won't be able to yoink it. But still, that's just an enemy controller on this Evil Swarm card right here. So yes, you need 2 Evil Swarm monsters to summon into this card. You need to detach the material and discard an Evil Swarm monster from your hand in order to trigger the effect. But still, I think that's worth enough to trigger the ability where you get to just yoink your opponent's monster. That's a very scary ability. That is an extremely scary ability. I don't know if the rest of the Evil Swarm support is getting added in this box. Potentially could be. But dang, bro, that's a really good box. This box so far has some heat right now, dude. This is a fire box, even though it's a water themed box, dude. But I'm gonna go ham on this box because a lot of these cards seem just absolutely broken. Next up, we're gonna take a look at a generic rank 4 monster right here, Minstrel the Symphony de Jin, or Jin. I'm probably mispronouncing this card. I'm sorry, I'm a kindergartner. Anyways, though, it's a rank 4 Dark Phoenix Exceeds effect monster that takes 2 level 4 monsters. Once per turn, you can detach 1 Exceeds material from this card, then target 1 face-up attack position monster your opponent controls. Change it to face-down defense position. If a Jin monster you would control would be destroyed, you can detach an Exceeds material from that monster instead. This card has 1800 attack and 2300 defense. So this card right here has some going for it. The main thing to take away from this card is the fact that it is a generic rank 4 Floodgate. So basically, if your deck can summon a bunch of level 4 monsters, you can summon this card and then flip down one of your opponent's monsters as a Floodgate, which is really good. That's the main key point about this card. Its second effect, that you can basically stop your Jin Exceeds monsters from getting destroyed, is a nice effect because it triggers for this one and your other Jin monsters, but you're only going to want to focus on the Floodgate effect. The Floodgate effect is what's going to make this card worthwhile as a UR card. Other than that, the second effect is nice, but you ain't gonna worry too much about it. But luckily, it does work on itself, because if it said like an other Jin monster besides this one could trigger that second effect, that would be kind of useless, but still, it works on this one, so that's really cool. So good card. It's a base TLDR, it's a Floodgate, that's an Exceeds monster, so that's pretty good. Would you look at this, boys and girls? Elemental HERO Stratos is officially in a main box in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. You hate to see it. Nah, you love to see it. It's amazing to see your boy Stratos in Duel Links now. Now, the card has been in the game for a while now, but it's finally going to be attainable for everybody. You won't need to fish out in these selection boxes anymore, and you can just get it in this main box when it comes out on the 8th, which is absolutely amazing. And shout out to your boy Stratos, that level 4 when warrior effect monster, one normal or special summon, you can activate one of these effects. You can destroy spell and trap cards on the field up to the number of hero monster you control except this card, or you can add a hero monster from your deck to your hand. 1800 attack, 300 defense, super good. You basically get the +1 by adding a hero monster, or you can pop some back row cards if you have some other hero monsters in the field. Fantastic card right here. So awesome to see your boy Stratos is finally in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, and I can't wait to snag myself my 3rd copy of Stratos, because I think I only have 2 copies of this card, so it's gonna be awesome to snag a 3rd copy of this card for sure, man. I'm hyped, dude. Let's go. Next up, we have a Evil Swarm card. Good to see, because I'm not too sure how Evil Swarms would play without any extra support, because the Exceeds monster that we talked about earlier in today's video is absolutely insane. But the deck itself in Duel Links is kind of mediocre in my opinion, so hopefully these other Evil Swarm cards we'll take a look at in today's video are going to be worthwhile. Anyways, though, Evil Swarm caster states, during the turn this card's normal summon, you can normal summon a Swarm monster addition to your normal summon and set. You only can gain this effect once per turn. 1750 attack and 5050 defense. Wow. And I meant 550 defense, my bad on that, but wow, broken card right here. Well, I wouldn't say broken, but this card's going to be extremely helpful into summoning into the big Exceeds monster right here, because this guy is going to basically allow you to summon 2 level 4 Swarm monsters onto your side of the field, and then you get to just go for the Exceeds summon into your boy Mont. In addition to that, any other Evil Swarm monsters, like for example, I think there is some Swarm monsters in the game that you need to utilize tribute summoning for. This card is going to help out with that too, because you gain an additional normal summon / set thanks to this card. So that's awesome right there. That is amazing. So this card's going to be very good. Going to be one of the key cards for this deck, I'd assume. Definitely going to get 3 copies of this card if you want to play the archetype, but yeah, very good card. Next up, we're going to take a look at the UR card 10 Goldfish. Now this card was talked about so much when Zexal World got announced, because this was one of the cards that got confirmed in the trailers, and it's nice to see that it's finally going to be available in this box right here. This is a level 4 water machine effect monster that states when this card is normal summoned, you can special summon a level 4 monster from your hand. So what's awesome about this is that it's basically another Goblin Burger in a sense, but at the same time, you can special summon any level 4 monster from your hand. So it's going to help out for rank 4 plays. It's going to help out for some potential synchro plays. Very, very good card. Very generic and fantastic card. And also has 2k defense, so you can just set this boy and hope for the best, you know what I'm saying? But no, you're going to mostly play its effect to summon another level 4 monster onto the field and go for some insane Xyz plays. Really good card right here. Nice to see that this card is going to get added into Duel Links, man. This box right how so far has been just insane. Like pretty much every UR we took a look at in this box has been just fire. Like I'm genuinely surprised. So that's awesome to see. It's nice to see that we're getting a good box in this game, you know what I'm saying? Speaking of banger cards, let's go take a look at Mermaid Shark right here, a 1-star water fish effect monster. When this card is normal summoned, you can add a level 3, 4, or 5 fish type monster from your deck to your hand. This card is 100 defense, or not 100 defense, 100 attack and 300 defense. Leave me alone, comment section. I'm very tired right now. I had a long day at work. Anyways, though, shout out to Mermaid Shark right here. This card is interesting because of the fact that it's a generic searcher into a level 3, 4, or 5 fish type monster from your deck to your hand. Very nice to see right here. Now, I don't know how I feel about the fact that it is a level 1 monster. I'm going to assume since it is such a generic searcher, you're going to be able to basically search for just any one of these fish type monsters, and then maybe the fish type monster you search for will be able to, when you summon it onto the field, will be able to trigger an ability to switch Mermaid Shark's level to the same level as that said monster. I can't think of a specific card example on the top of my head on what would do that, but like what I'm thinking of is that maybe you can search for a level 4 fish type monster, normal summon that fish, and then trigger its ability to copy the level of Mermaid Shark, or basically make it to where both of your levels are the same. I'm sorry for being so confusing. Speaking is very difficult. I don't know why I cannot speak right now, but anyways, that's kind of what I'm thinking of too. Also, we have skills in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, so you can use something like level duplication or level augmentation to adjust the level of this card and then go for some Xyz or synchro play. So it's just a cool searcher, and since it's in Duel Links, you're going to be able to utilize skills to help you out and go for certain summons that you want to go into. So I like the card. I see why it's a UR. It's a nice searcher. There's skills in the game. There's other fish in the game that can adjust levels for you. You'll be good to go. You'll be definitely good to go right here. So Mermaid Shark, thumbs up for me. Next up, and I think the last UR card I'm gonna take a look at in today's video, is this card called XYZ Reborn. This is a generic trap card. It states target 1 Xyz monster in your graveyard, special summon it, and if you do, attach this card to it as an Xyz material. Now this is basically a monster reborn, but a trap card for Xyz monsters, but still very powerful card right here. There's a reason why it is a normal UR card, just for the fact of how you can just yoink any Xyz monster in your graveyard, bring it back into the field, and give it an Xyz material. This is going to help out too with the fact that since we only have 3 monster zones in Duel Links, it's very hard to get 3 Xyz monsters onto the field. But thanks to XYZ Reborn, we're going to be able to have 3 Xyz monsters on the field to really get some combos going. And on top of that too, it's just very helpful too, because if your opponent takes out your Xyz monster, you can play XYZ Reborn and bring it back into the field with the material, and you can just go to work. Like, it's a good card. I think this card could potentially see play. I don't know if it'll see like competitive play, but definitely when you're going through the ladder, you're going to see people run this card, especially if they have very turbo-esque Xyz decks, like we already have in the game. So it's going to be cool. It's going to be definitely really cool to see, and I like this UR. I will say though, this might be one of the worst URs out of all these other URs in this box, but it's still pretty solid. I gotta say, all these URs we took a look at are really solid. Like, I can see all these ones seeing play. Mermaid Shark and XYZ Reborn are kind of the only ones that are kind of like eh, but the rest of these are definitely gonna see play in my opinion. I genuinely think so. Like, these cards seem really good. But let's go move on to some of the SR cards in here, guys. Let's go take a look at them, because look at that, dude. We got Fisher over here. Are you kidding me, bro? That's insane, dude. I haven't even took a look at the box yet, because I know the box got leaked today, but I haven't took the opportunity to take a look at everything yet, so I don't know what's going to exactly be happening here, but these UR and SRs are pretty crazy, dude. Whoa, we got Gold Rat? No way, bro. Broken right here. I'm just trying to scan for anything else that would be spicy. I don't think there's anything else that is super spicy though, but no, these UR and SRs have been pretty good so far, so let's continue on. Next up, we're going to take a look at this spooky dude right here called Idris, the Keeper of Armageddon, a rank 5 dark Phoenix Xyz monster that states once per turn you can detach 1 Xyz material from this card to target 1 face-up card opponent controls, destroy it, 2600 attack, 1700 defense, and to summon into this card you need 2 level 5 monsters to summon into it. Not too shabby of a card for a generic rank 5 monster. I just like it because it's a generic rank 5 monster that has a decent effect. So if you have a just level 5 spam deck, this is going to be a great addition to it. But other than that, it probably won't see too much play because level 5 is kind of an awkward level as it is. But if there's going to be a deck out there that can utilize this card, definitely run it, because for how generic that effect is, it's nice. Being able to pop a card that your opponent controls is always nice to use. So I like it. Cool fact. Next up, another reprint we got right here is Vision Hero Absorption or Adoration, or however you pronounce this card's name. But yeah, this just takes 2 hero monsters, 2 fusion summon into it. Another reprint alongside of Stratos, which makes a lot of sense because this card was also in a selection box along with Stratos. And yeah, once per turn, you can target a face-up monster your opponent controls and 1 face-up hero monster you control, except this card. And then the opponent's targeted monster loses attack and defense equal to the attack of your targeted monster until the end phase. So you can utilize this guy right here to trigger that effect, or you can use one of your other heroes to do it too. So it's cool. It's definitely really cool right here. So I like this card. It's pretty nice. Didn't really see too much play in heroes, but if you have room in your extra deck, it's definitely not a bad one to add into it for sure. Next up, we have another Evil Swarm card right here. We have Evil Swarm Carrion. I don't know how to pronounce the second word. That's just a really weird word in my opinion. Anyways, though, level 4 Dark Spellcaster effect monster. You can only use each effect of this card once per turn. While this card is in your graveyard, if it was sent there this turn, you can normal summon 1 Swarm monster for 1 less tribute. Also, you can banish 1 Swarm monster from your graveyard, then target 1 Swarm monster into your graveyard, add that target to your hand. Also, this card gains the following effect. This turn, you can activate its effect, normal summon 1 Swarm monster. This card has 1600 attack and 1550 defense. Now, this card I remember talking about before in a previous leak video, and this card is interesting to say the least. And the part that's going to make this card very interesting is going to be its secondary effect, where if you have a bunch of Swarm monsters in your graveyard while this guy's face up on the field, this is going to be another card to utilize to summon a bunch of Swarm monsters onto the field. They go into the XYZ summon of Mamont, because when this guy's on your field, you can trigger its second effect to banish that Swarm monster, basically adding another Swarm monster from your graveyard back to your hand, and then you can just summon it through this card's effect. So it's just another way to summon a bunch of Swarm monsters on the field. The only thing that just makes this guy a little tricky is that this one is basically a more complicated version than Castor, because Castor is pretty brain dead. It just states you can summon another Swarm monster. Very epic. This one right here, while it's still very good, it's just more complicated in its effect. It does like a weird like circle and basically getting you the extra normal summon, but at the same time, it's still good for the deck because this is going to be a good combo extender for the archetype. So it's a good card, just a little complicated. And my puny brain cannot handle it, but still cool card. Definitely a really cool card for the deck. Next up, we're going to take a look at Ginski Vision. I'm genuinely surprised we got Ginski support. But anyways, level 2 water monster, Sea Serpent with the effect. If you ritual summon exactly 1 water ritual monster with a card effect that requires the use of monsters, this card can be used as the entire requirement. You can discard this card and add a Ginski ritual monster from your deck to your hand. This card has 700 attack and 500 defense. That's definitely an out of nowhere card for the Ginski archetype. I'm surprised that Ginski got a really good support card out of this box. That is a genuine surprise for me personally, but still very good card for the archetype. Because yeah, with this card, you can discard this card and then search for a Ginski ritual monster, which is always great. And you can utilize this card as the entire summon for the Ginski monster. So it's a searcher and it's a great tributor for rituals. That's crazy. I'm genuinely surprised we got this, but hey, for anybody that plays Ginskis and Duel Links or forgot about the archetype, here you go. It's a good excuse to whip out the deck again, you know what I'm saying? Cool card. Oh, and we got more support for Ginski. Okay, let's just add all the Ginski cards to the game. Let's go. This card right here is called Ginski Abyss, a level 2 water fish effect monster. When this is summoned, you can add 1 Ginski monster with 1,000 or less defense from your deck to your hand, except Ginski Abyss. So yeah, what's cool about this is that you can search for Vision, and let's just go take a quick look and see what else we can summon or search with this card. So yeah, you can utilize this card to search for Shadow. You can utilize it to search for Chain, and you can probably utilize it to search for any of the other like effect monsters, that's for sure. Other than that, all the rituals on the other hand are going to be too expensive, but yeah, you can search for everything else, which is cool. So that's awesome. That's very interesting for sure. So yeah, what's cool about Abyss right here is that you can either search for Vision or Shadow, and then you can utilize Vision's or Shadow's effect to search for a ritual monster or search for a spell card. Very good right here. Ginski got some great support, that's for sure. I'm genuinely surprised, but hey, I'll take it. Maybe I'll try the deck out, who knows. Next card we're gonna take a look at is Gogo Golem Golden Form, a level 4 earth rock effect monster that states cannot be normal summon / set, must be special summoned from your hand by tributing 1 Gogo monster, and cannot be special summoned any other way. This card's attack becomes double the original attack of the attributed monster. Any battle damage your opponent takes from attacks involving this card is halved once per turn during either player's turn. If a monster effect is activated on your opponent's side of the field, this card loses exactly 1500 attack, and if it does, negate the effect. So this card is very interesting because I'm gonna be honest, it's a good card. If you have a Gogo Golem and you sack it off for golden form, this card right here is gonna get 3600 attack just like that, which is absolutely insane. What's also cool is the fact that you can negate effects with this card, because when your opponent activates a monster effect, you just negate it immediately and just stop it from happening. Now the downside is that it's a forced requirement. It's not a choice that you get to do it. It just happens right away, but still cool effect right here. It's going to be a pretty nice card to use. But here's the thing though, since you do need to sack off a Gogo monster in order to summon it to this card, I don't think this card is going to see a lot of play just because of that fact. So unless you are a very dedicated Yuma player, tech this in your Yuma deck that has Gogo cards. But other than that, I don't think this card is going to see that much play because the summoning requirement is just a little tacky, and not everybody plays Go-Go's. I personally don't play Go-Go's in every single deck of mine, but it's a good card. It's a good card. It's just not going to see that much play in my opinion. I'm not going to lie, I really like the artwork of this card right here. Shout out to XYZ Dolphin or Sly Dolphin. I don't know, but still, very cool card. This looks like a Pokemon, honestly. Like, I've been playing a lot of Pokemon recently, so there's that right there, but still, cool card. Anyway, this is a 4-star water sea serpent effect monster. If an XYZ monster is special summoned to your field except during the damage step, you can special summon this card from your hand. If an XYZ monster is special summoned to your field while this card's in your graveyard, except the turn this was sent to the graveyard, and except during the damage step, you can target one of those XYZ monsters, attach this card to it as material. You can use the card's effect once per turn. Nice card right here. So yeah, what's cool about this card right here is that if you spam summon XYZ monster, you can summon this guy right here and basically get some extra fodder onto your field for going for another XYZ or whatever the case may be. So that's awesome right there. And then on top of that, while this card's in your graveyard, you can attach it to your XYZ monster to give it that extra XYZ material, so then you can trigger the XYZ monster's effects more often. I feel like this card will combo very well with Spider Shark and potentially Shark Drake, but yeah, definitely Spider Shark is gonna really like that effect. So I like this card. This is actually a pretty cool card right here. And like I said, I like the artwork of this card. If I can get a prismatic of this, that'd be pretty cool. That'd be actually really cool. Next up, we're going to take a look at Silent Angler. This is a 4-star fish effect monster that states if you control a water monster, you can special summon this card from your hand, but you cannot special summon monsters from your hand for the rest of this turn. This card has 800 attack and 1400 defense. Still, super good card. While the requirement says that you can't special summon monsters from hand for the rest of the turn after you summon this card is a little annoying, at the same time, if you just play around it, it's going to be fantastic because you're not forced to activate this right away. Keep going with your combo over and over and over again, and then summon Silent Angler last for your little combo. What you can do too is that if you XYZ summon it to a monster, you can special summon your boy Dolphin onto the field, and then you can follow up with Silent Angler and then just go for some spicy XYZ plays right there. So that's awesome right here. These two SR cards are going to be great combo extenders for the fish archetype, that's for sure. Combo them with Hammer Shark and you're going to be going to town on those rank 4 water monsters. I'm genuinely looking forward to giving water monsters a shot because I think these water XYZ decks are going to be a lot of fun to play. So that's awesome to see right there. I'm liking it. I'm liking it so far. Next up, we're going to take a look at Fisher right here. I'm genuinely surprised Konami's adding Fisher into the game, and this card potentially could switch up the meta, dude. Because at first, Fisher is not going to be in the semi-limit list, so you get to be able to rock this with those overpowered semi-limited cards and have 3 copies of Fisher if you want to. And then what's cool about this card right here is that it's a generic effect right here, so you just destroy the face of monster your opponent controls with the lowest attack, and it's a non-target effect, so you can potentially cheese out your opponent on some of their cards. The only handicap, of course, is the fact that it is going to be the lowest monster, and there is no main phase 2 in Duel Links, so keep that in mind. So I think this card's going to see play in Duel Links, but it's just not going to make as much of an impact as some people are going to think, because there's no main phase 2, and there's the fact that you only can destroy the monster with the lowest attack. So you can't go to your battle phase, destroy your opponent's weak monster, main phase 2, play Fisher, blow up their big monster. You can't do that. But still, if they have a big monster and that's the only monster they have on their field, play that Fisher, pop it, and you're Gucci, bro. You're Gucci with the flip-flops, dude. So that's amazing right there. That's honestly really cool to see that Fisher is in it Duel Links. I like it. I like it a lot. And I genuinely think this card could see some play. It's a generic enough card where I think it could see some play. So very scary for Duel Links, that's for sure. Next up, we're going to take a look at this SR card called Surface. Targeted level 3 or lower fish, sea serpent, or aqua type monster in your graveyard, and special summon it in face of defense position. That's not too bad. That's not too shabby of an effect right here, because of the fact that you can just go for some potential Xyz plays or some potential synchro plays, because we do got a lot of really good water monsters for synchro summoning too. So not bad of a card. Not bad of a card. I can't think of any really good targets on the top of my head for Surface, but since there is so many level 3 or lower fish and sea serpent aqua monsters in the game, you're gonna want to rock Surface. Surface is definitely gonna be pretty good, so nice card. And then last but not least, we're gonna take a look at Black Illusion. This is another reprint card from one of the old selection boxes for Dark Spellcaster decks. And yeah, what's cool about this card is that until the end of the turn, all Dark Spellcaster type monsters with 2,000 or more attack you currently control cannot be destroyed by battle. Their effects are negated, and they're also unaffected by opponent card effects. So this will work best with Dark Magician, but it still works with other Dark Spellcaster type monsters. And yeah, you basically just give your Dark Magicians immunity to just about everything, because it can't get destroyed by battle, and it's unaffected by opponent card effects. Again, I don't think this card's going to see that much play. It didn't really see much play when it got added in the selection box as it is, but it's a solid card. It's a solid card, but I just don't think it's going to see that much play, that's for sure. But still, very cool card right here. And then taking a quick peek at some of the normal and rare cards in this box, we have a nice generic level 7 XYZ Monster, so that's cool right there. We also have some Mermail support, which is neat. There's also another Gogo card that I didn't know that we got added in this box, and this Gogo Giant will actually combo really well with Gogo Golem Golden Form, because you can get Golden Form to 4,000 attack if you sack it off with Gogo Giant, or if you sack off Gogo Giant for the summon of Golden Form. So that's cool right there. We got your boy Aqua Dragon. Let's go, dude. I actually kind of like that artwork. That's actually really cool. And there's that right there. And we also have Shocktopus. Shocktopus is a pretty neat card, good level 4 monster for the archetype too. And then we also have some other level 4 water monsters right here too. So we got a lot of cool stuff in this box. This box is really good in my opinion. I think the URs and the SRs are really solid, and I'm genuinely looking forward to this box. Fingers crossed so we can get a new meta deck from this box, and in general I'm looking forward to messing around with this box too. So I'm gonna make sure to spend a lot of quiche on this box for you guys and make some content for you guys. I got you, homies, because a lot of these cards in this box look like a lot of fun. Like, I really want to try some of these water decks out, because these water decks seem super fun to play. So yeah, that's going to be it for my box review on the UR and SR cards in this box. I'm really excited for this box to come out. It looks like a ton of fun, and I can't wait to do a pack opening. So be sure to subscribe to my channel so you guys do not miss out on my pack opening on these brand new cards. And be sure to subscribe to the channel for more Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links content, all that good stuff right there. But yeah, leave a like if you guys enjoyed. I'll be seeing you guys in the next Duel Links video. Thank you so much for watching to the end, and have a good one, everybody. Adios.